My name is Jimmy George, and my mother's had Alzheimer's for about 15 years. For 15 years, we watched her go deeper and deeper into the dark side of Alzheimer's until she finally reached the point where she was, for all intents and purposes, comatose. She did not respond to any outside stimulus or light or noise or anything, or people. She didn't respond to anything. They talked about putting a feeding tube in her, and we had talked about it before she became afflicted with this disease, and had decided that no outside life support would be given. So I told them, no, we can't do that. And we pretty much had given up. Mama was in the nursing home, and we were basically waiting on her to die when my sister overheard a conversation. So I went to Oklahoma City and got the machine and brought it home, and all the time I'm thinking, well, I'll try this for a week or two, and then I'll call my sister and tell her it don't work, and I don't have to fool with this no more. And I got back here on February, and February the 20th was our first day. Got my glasses. On February the 20th, day one, we put the electromagnetic pad on the back of Mama's head at 6:30. She slept through it. At 7 o'clock, we put the light pulse under her base of her skull. When we took the light from under her head, she woke up and was more lucid than I've seen her in years. She told us she was coming back. This is the first time that we ever did anything with this machine. February the 21st, day two, Mama's nurse said Mama was more talkative and alert and was making sense. We did the therapy, ELMP, the pad, and the light for 30 minutes each on this day. February the 23rd, day four, 30 minutes of ELMP and 30 minutes of LED. Reports are still positive. The nurses are still saying that she's making improvement. Now this is the fourth day. It took her 15 years to get to this point, and she's showing improvement in 4 days. February the 24th, day five. Nurse says Mama wakes up more quickly than she did even a few days ago. When the nurse says that Mama is more animated than before and every day improves. We did 30 minutes of electromagnetic and 30 minutes of LED frequency today. She shows increased muscle response during treatment. At first, Mama did not have any response at all during treatment, and then later on she started having random arm and facial movement during the treatments. February the 28th, day seven. Both of them on low power in mode 2. She's showing muscle stimulation during administration of therapy. Nurses continue to remark on noticeable improvement. March 1st, day 8. Low power mode 2. Continues to show muscle stimulation during therapy. Continues to get reports of improvement. March 2nd, day 9. Increased the power today. We went from low power to medium power. We're still on mode 2. Nurse says that she has intermittent contact with Mama, and has seen consistent improvement since therapy has started. Continues to show muscular reaction during therapy sessions. March 3rd, day 10. 30 minutes on mode 2, medium level on both light and the pad. Muscle stimulation is apparent. March 4th, day 11. Still reports of improvement and more cognition and activity. March 6th, day 12. We continue to do the pad and the light, continue to receive good reports from nurses. March 8th, day 13. Same as before, 30 minutes of each, continued improvement. March 9th, day 13. Same as before, Mama ate in the lunchroom today, usually slides out of her chair, but not today. She's got more spatial cognition. March 10th, day 14. 30 minutes of each, she's still getting good reviews. March 12th, day 15, still getting good reviews. March 26th, day 18, 15 minutes light on each shin bone to induce stem cells. 30 minutes of light, 30 minutes of ELMP on the head. Mama shows more agitation in her sleep and some speech for the first time. Mama was having dreams, and she called her dog by name. A lot of people say that whenever you're in deep Alzheimer's, you don't have any memory. Mama remembered her dog's name. March 28th, day 19. 30 minutes of light, 30 minutes of ELMP. Good reports. March 29th, day 20. 30 minutes of light, 30 minutes of ELMP. Nurses say visible improvement continues. She's gone downhill for 15 years. And now, in the space of 21 days, she has noticeable improvement. She's having conversations with the nurses. She's feeding herself in the mess hall. It's April 18th, day 30. 30 minutes on high on the light, 30 minutes high on the pad. April 20th, day 31. High, 30 minutes each. April 25th, 30 minutes on high on each. And folks, at this point, I quit taking notes in the pad because it was becoming apparent that it's working. I mean, it's really working. I had a nurse stop me the other day and ask me where they could get one of these because she had a friend that needed it. And I gave her David High's phone number and referred her to him, and the nurses in the nursing home are stopping me all the time and telling me, said, you don't know what's going on here. I said, yes, I do. I do understand what's going on. And I said, I am just as amazed as you, because my initial thought was, this is a bunch of crap. It ain't going to work. I'll be here doing this for a week or two, and then I'll tell my sister it don't work, and I don't have to fool with this no more. It's August now. I've been doing this since February. I've been doing this for 6 months, 4 times a week. And if it wasn't working, I promise you, I wouldn't be driving 30 minutes over there and 30 minutes back every other day to give my mama a treatment that's not working. It is working. And my mama's getting better every day. My sister and I talked it over and decided that our goal in this, our mother's 80, 87.
She's born in 33.
She's 86.
She's 86. My mother's 86 years old. If she gets back full faculties, she's going to be so frail that I'm afraid she'll never come out of the nursing home. But she will know who I am. She hasn't known who I am for years. I went to Oklahoma City to visit my sister and my aunt, who is my mama's sister. And when I came back to Oklahoma, while I was giving Mama her treatment, I said, Mama, I said, I talked to your sister yesterday. She said, my sister? I said, yeah, Garlene, your sister. Do you remember your sister? She said, yeah. I said, would you like to talk to her? She said, yeah. So I called him up on the phone, and Mama talked to Aunt Tag, Garlene. And then she talked to my sister. And when she got ready to get off the phone with my sister, Barb said, well, I love you, Mama. And my mama said, I love you, Barb. And I said, Mama, I said, where'd that come from? What are you talking about? I said, Barb. I said, there ain't nobody mentioned Barb. Where'd that come from? She said, well, that's her name, isn't it? I said, yeah, Mom, it sure is. And my sister and I talked about it later, and we both agreed that that one statement right there was worth everything that we've done so far. A nurse came in yesterday and asked her, said, do you know who this guy is right here talking about me? She said, yeah, I know who he is. And I said, she said, well, who is he then? I said, well, that's my husband. I said, Mama, I'm better than a husband. I'm your son. So she still don't know who I am, but she knows that I'm pretty important. She just don't know exactly who I am yet. But I'm working on it, and I'm sure I'm going to get there. But folks, when they start telling you that it don't work, we got this machine to my mother at the deepest, darkest reaches of Alzheimer's. And we brought her back to where she knows the names of some of the nurses. She knows who my sister is, and she thinks I'm her husband. She's feeding herself. She's sitting up by herself. She's having midnight conversations with nurses on their off time. The nurses come down and visit with her when they're off duty. My mother's got a life again. And before, we literally were waiting for her to die. So, ask me if it works. I'm going to have to say, yeah, it works. It's absolutely amazing. It sounds like a load of horse manure, but it's pure gold. And several nurses have come to me and gotten the information to get one for their own families. And I can't say anything else more than, yeah, it works.